Maris has been riding a very fine line ever since enlisting in the Galactic Patrol Unit, but when pushed to ultimately choose between the friends that he's made and his morals as an angel, a huge conflict of interest began taking place. Pulling every single bit of training they could muster in order to combat Moro, but were eventually found out by the Grand Priest and Whis, thus causing Maris to be returned to the God Realm or risk being totally erased for his actions. I swear guys, it only feels like a few months ago that Goku had his first experience with Ultra Instinct and power beyond even that of the gods, as he and the rest of Universe 7 claimed victory in the Tournament of Power. But now, we live in a time where power that made even Beerus stand to his feet has fallen. Perhaps Maris just isn't the teacher Goku needs though. However, mastering Ultra Instinct, as he somewhat explained, comes with the cost of having to put Goku back in a similar scenario of life or death. A few months' time of training did allow Goku to gain some control over the initial stage of Ultra Instinct, but in the end, it really meant nothing, with Moro decisively exploiting Goku's overexertion of his new form. However, Goku's trials with Ultra Instinct are far from over. Dragon Ball Super Kai and Universe 13 have been delivering a fascinating approach to the God Realm and the former Angel Moro, who has previously shown himself after a millennia of hiding from the Grand Priest and the Omni King. In our last video on DBS Kai, Vegeta, who had finally been approached by Moro after separating him from the Grand Priest and the others, showed astonishing new power from being trained by the Grand Priest. Even though accompanied by Super Buu and Golden Frieza, none of this means much of anything after the final clone of Moro is destroyed by Vegeta, causing the crescent symbol on Moro's hand to be completed, thus unleashing the full force of his power finally. Alternatively, however, after sending Goku to a realm unknown, the Saiyan has come across divine training of his own in order to help Vegeta whenever he does return. Once he encounters this strange elderly version of the Omni King, Goku is thrust into a very different method of training from what he's used to, or ever done before for that matter, as the visionary of Moro in front of him tears at his emotions. Moro dangles the lives of Pan and Chi-Chi in front of Goku, the two people he cares about the absolute most in this life, as he proposes that Goku simply answer a few questions. However, if he refuses, then he'll indefinitely destroy the both of them. Goku, already heavily worn down from his prior sparring match with Moro, pleads for the Angel to just leave his family out of this. But this is all a game to the Angel. This is the last straw for Goku, however, as Moro proceeds with his game, causing Goku to absolutely snap. But this time is much different. If you guys want to check out Dragon Ball Super Kai, an original fan manga, be sure to check out the description box below for the link to the original story. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell to never miss an upload, and if you are enjoying all of the anime content, including the Universe 13 saga, consider leaving a like on this video as well. Be sure to follow on both Twitch and Twitter to stay up with me and all Dragon Ball and anime related content, but without further ado, although Vegeta's new power has proven to be a phenomenon we've never seen before, after the crescent mark was completed for Moro thanks to Vegeta, things have drastically changed in an instant. Well, this is fun saying, isn't it? Moro asks as he continues to dominate Vegeta, pushing him back with every single punch and kick connecting. I can't believe this, Vegeta exclaims, barely able to shield himself from this barrage of attacks. There's no way I can predict his movements. His power is absurd, and it feels like he's slowly picking up the pace even. Vegeta is being absolutely shut down by Moro now that his full power has been released. But the drastic gap, even as strong as Moro was before, no one could have expected this. He's polished his skills to the point that his fighting style doesn't have any openings, all the while smiling at me. What kind of joke does he take me for? Vegeta exclaims. We then cut back to the Grand Priest and Whis finally, who are still traveling interdimensionally to meet back up with Vegeta. The Grand Priest goes on to comment that he feels a great disturbance with Moro, as he asks Whis just about how much longer until they arrive, fearing that Moro is about to finally use his full power. I can also sense Vegeta's energy fading rapidly, he says. We must hurry. I don't think he'll last much longer at this rate. There was a sudden change in locations, Whis says. Moro must have moved he and Vegeta off to a distant planet far from the Earth to make us take longer. If I'm right, we should be there in about 1 minute. I can feel his powers increasing by the second. Vegeta continues to be bashed around by the Angel without much he can do about it, as the power gap is truly astronomical at this point. "What's the matter, Vegeta? I thought you were in control," he says, mocking him. "How about I show you even more power," he says, knocking Vegeta into the air, and what he does next is unleash a gigantic energy wave into the sky that wisps around the entire inside of the barrier that Moro is encased him in, completely disregarding any deal they had of a fair fight with only their hands in the previous chapters. The blast hurtles towards Vegeta as Moro tells him, "Welcome to the end of your life, Saiyan," as the massive explosion seems to engulf Vegeta. But all of a sudden, this is when we see Whis and the Grand Priest finally arrive on the strange planet Moro's been taking refuge at. "So this is it," the Grand Priest says, as Whis asks, "Shall we shatter the barrier and make our way into the battle?" "Wait, what are those two doing over there?" Whis says, taking a note of Boo and Frieza, who are still throwing insults at the barrier, slowly chipping away at it verbally. "Wow," Whis says as they approach the two, "it seems that you all went through with your plan to fuse after all. Impressive. Are you trying to break through this barrier as well?" This is when Boo explains to them that they've been at it for a while, but the progress is just extremely slow and Vegeta has already started fighting. The insults are working, but not fast enough for them to get inside before it's too late. "Well, you'll never get through by shouting insults like that," Whis replies. "You're only prolonging the destruction. You have to give it everything you have and put your all into what you say, or else it's useless." "Observe," he says, as strangely, for the first time, we can see Whis sort of break character as he screams, "You are the absolute worst! You suck, Moro," at the barrier. "Well, well, Moro. It looks like you finally did it," a voice says as we see the outlining of a portal in a different realm. We find ourselves once again in the realm of the unknown, with time quickly running out for Vegeta. However, Goku has shattered a once thought to be impossible barrier of his own. "And here I thought you were doomed to lose everything," Moro says, as we see him standing across from Goku, who, although extremely beaten, has been, for lack of better words, reborn. "You completed it. I'm amazed, Goku," he says, as we then cut to see that Goku has achieved the unthinkable. In order to save his friends and family, Goku was forced to summon the strength of Mastered Ultra Instinct. "Without you even knowing that you tapped into it, I might add," Moro goes on. "It's quite rare that a mortal obtains a power that not even the gods can. Now I truly see who the strongest of the 7th universe is. But it is still nothing I can't handle." Goku is shocked at his own transformation and actually confused on how he's in this state of Ultra Instinct of all things. "You were left no choice, Goku," the Elder Omni King cuts in to say. "When you were left with no other options, your mind and body merged as one when you knew your physical abilities weren't enough. It was as I told you before. There is much to learn, and unlike before, you should be able to maintain this form even longer now. Such a power, however, is still not permanent though. At least for you, that is, mortal. However, you have grown infinitely stronger since you first came here. Now is the time, Saiyan. While you were here," he continues, "you were able to learn a great deal about Murno's portals, which is how you saved your family along with Ultra Instinct. So with the ability you now possess to create such things, you should be able to leave this place. However, the real Murno will still be a much more difficult opponent for you than anything you've ever faced before. Even with Ultra Instinct, Goku, he won't be defeated easily. This may be the last time we meet," the old man tells Goku. "Just remember what I've told you here and what you've learned in this place. If you begin to doubt yourself in any way in this battle, then you've already lost." To which Goku replies that he'll hold everything he experienced and learned here near, and before he's sent off to head to the battlefield, he's also given a fresh new gi. "I wish you well, Kakarot," the old man says, bidding farewell to Goku. A new and improved Goku, a far more powerful Goku. "If you still can't figure things out, come back here at any time. I promise to do my very best with this new power," Goku tells him, as he shows that he's picked up one of Murno's techniques while training here and creates a portal of his own, looking to arrive shortly after Whis and the Grand Priest. "Thanks a ton for helping me out, old man," Goku says. "Now, it's time to finally settle the score with Moro once and for all," as Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku sets off to join Vegeta in the final battle against the most powerful opponent they've ever had the displeasure of meeting.